May the first be with you!
Always.
Hello guys!
We got another first time watching, which is
Star Wars The Last Jedi 2017.
episode 8, you guys.
Wow.
We already watched this back in 2017 and
Yeah.
we won the merchandise, the jacket and the shirt. So matched with the style. We also already watched all of Star Wars movies. It's come to this,
Yeah.
episode 8.
A new era trilogy.
The continuation of The Force Awakens.
Wow.
Yeah. We just see how this movie goes. All of videos included subtitles. You guys should make sure to download the transcription. And if you guys want your own language, you guys can turn on the auto translate. You automatically translate your own language. Are you guys ready?
Ready!
Star Wars episode 8. Oh, Lucasfilm.
Wow.
Oh, a long time ago, it got see far, far away. It's the 8th time we see this. Wow! Star Wars! Always in yellow pants.
We've already watched Rogue One Star Wars story.
Oh, the First Order,
Reigns.
Yeah, so continuation, yes, not from the First Awakens.
Rey! Wow.
Rey already found Luke Skywalker.
It was so emotional ending.
Yeah, and it is in the mountain. She's going to become a Jedi. It's also different director. It's
Wow.
not J.J. Abrams. Wow. The Resistance.
We're not clear yet. Still 30 pallets of cannon shells to Seaboat.
Get the munitions! There's no time! Just... Oh no.
Oh. Outside. First Order.
Caught them in the middle of their evacuation.
I have my orders. Team leader Snoke himself is where we snuff out the resistance once and for all. Tell Captain Kennedy to prime his dreadnought, incinerate their base, destroy their transport, obliterate their fleet.
Remember there's a funny scene from him at the end.
He's so funny.
That's Machina guy.
Distant ship approaching.
Single light fighter.
Fire!
Yeah.
Oh, BB-8.
Poe.
For the record, Commander, damn droid on this one.
Yeah. Wow. She's back.
General Hux of the First Order. The Republic is no more. Tell your precious princess there will be no term, there will be no surrender.
Hi, holding for General Hux.
This is Hux. You and your friends are doomed. You'll wipe your filth from the galaxy.
Okay, I'll hold.
Hello?
Yep, still here.
Silly.
This is so awkward.
Skinny guy, kind of pasty.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Look, I can't hold forever. Tell him Leia has an
Just make a distraction.
He's tooling with you, sir.
about it.
Trolling.
Open fire!
Punch it!
Oh.
He's going for the dreadnought.
He's insane.
Well, I noticed it already opens with space fight. Wow. His face. I noticed the cinematography is different. Yeah.
Why aren't you blasting that puny
And the pace is so fast.
too close range? Scramble out fighters! Slave blood is
He called that ship puny ship.
trying to penetrate our armor, clearing out our surface cannons.
Cannon left. And here comes the parade.
BB-8 fix it.
Fire on the base!
Wow. Oh my god. No. My gosh.
You did it, pal.
No, General, we can do this to take out a dreadnought.
Wow.
Disengage now. Commander is an order. Wipe that nervous expression off your face, Memphis.
It's so funny.
Let's go, BBs now or never.
Wow. Oh. Yay, he got it. Wow. Oh.
All clear.
Oh, lots to come. Oh, from the Resistance.
Wow.
So cool. I see the design is different. It's more like this, like T. Oh. Oh.
Charge the autocannon. Target their cruiser.
Autocannons aim.
40 seconds to full charge.
Destroy that last one!
The last one.
You're the only bomber left. It's all down to you. Drop the payload now.
Oh.
Look out.
No. Oh my god. 鸡爬上. believe in hope. There's still hope. Oh. Yeah, there are some loss. General Hans.
Excellent. I'll take it in my chambers. Ah, good. Supreme Leader.
Oh,
My disappointment in your performance cannot be overstated.
They can't get away, Supreme Leader. We have them tied on the end of a string.
oh, Finn. Rey saved him in the Force Awakens.
Thin, naked, leaking bag? What? Hey, buddy, it's so good to see you.
Where's Ray?
Yeah, where's Rey? Rey below the mountain. Oh. Oh yeah, his hand. Oh my god, we see him again. So long ago. From episode 6 to this. Yeah. Throw it?
Skywalker.
Oh my god, the music.
I'm from the Resistance. We need your help. Hello?
Oh yeah, there's this creature. It looks a little bit weird. Almost like a mini penguin.
Go away.
Oh. Oh.
What are you doing here?
He said you're coming back with us.
How did you find me?
Long story, we'll tell you on the Falcon.
Wait, where's Han?
Oh my god, how is that?
Tied on a string indeed, General Hux.
Thank you, Supreme Leader.
A Kerr's weakness can be a shock.
We finally see his face.
Yeah.
Right, in the previous one we only see in the digital, in the hologram. This is what he looks like.
Raw, untamed power. And beyond that, something truly special. The potential of your bloodline, you Vader.
From Anakin,
I fear
his grandfather.
mistaken that ridiculous thing off.
Oh, Ren. The last time Rey scratched his face.
You were unbalanced, bested by a girl who had never held a lightsaber. You failed!
Oh my god.
Skywalker lives. The seed of the Jedi Order. Long as it does, hope lives in the galaxy.
You're no Vader, just a child in a mask.
He's an adult, not a child.
There's no light left in Kylo Ren. He's only getting stronger.
You don't need Luke Skywalker.
He's the legend. He's from episode 4.
Go away.
I'm not leaving without you.
Oh, the transition. It's like Jedi.
Yeah.
Jedi logo. She's not gave up. Oh, the shot, you guys. What's that creator? Oh. Wow. Wow, so cool. Oh, the fish. Looks like a wizard fish.
You're wasting your time.
She's exhausted. Yeah, she don't drink water. Oh, there's a noise. Dark side calling her.
Is he going to join dark side or
Yeah.
light side?
They don't show Yoda in episode 7. The
Oh,
Force
yeah.
Awakens. They need to show it Yoda.
Where's Yoda?
Yeah.
Maybe in episode 9.
Oh, so secret.
Who are you?
I know this place.
Built 1,000 generations ago to keep these, the original Jedi texts.
Oh.
They're the last of the Jedi religion. You've seen this place, seen this island.
Only in dreams.
Who are you?
I'm no one.
Where are you from?
Nowhere.
No one's from nowhere.
Jakku.
It is pretty much nowhere. Why are you here?
To become a Jedi.
Something inside me has always been there, but now it's awake.
This awakening. Jedi awakening.
I don't know what it is,
The birth of new Jedi.
and I need help.
You need a teacher.
She need a guidance.
I came to this island to die.
Oh my god.
To end.
The Last Jedi!
Oh my god.
Leia.
She's frustrated. She's like that. Oh my god. This new trilogy personally easy to understand.
You're
Oh.
demoted. What? Wait, there were heroes on that mission.
Dead heroes, no leaders.
How's Ray gonna find us now?
I see there's a black BB-8. Don't you notice?
To light her way home.
Where's black BB-8? It's like different duty from the BB-8.
Proximity alert!
Proximity alert! Wow, they're coming.
They've tracked us through light speed.
That's impossible.
Yes,
How's that possible?
and they've done it.
Permission to jump in her next wing and blow something up?
Permission granted.
Leia is so kind. Wow, the protective shield.
Yeah. Oh, here they come.
Follow my lead.
Oh my god.
I'm walking here.
Ren.
Ren!
Don't wait for me! Jump in and fire her up!
Oh.
He's psychotic. He's mania.
The Soul Circle.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. BB-8 hat. Oh my gosh, they can't fly anymore. Yeah.
All engines ahead. Get out of range of the Star Destroyers and the fighters will fall back.
Leia is in danger.
Yeah.
Oh, she can sense Ren.
He's crying.
Yeah.
Don't do it, Ren. You'll be disappointed.
Yeah.
You'll regret it.
There's a hope. Oh. Oh. Oh.
He cannot kill his mom.
Oh.
Oh my god, she can do that?
Yeah, she can use force in space too. Oh. So cool. Oh. It's connected. That looks like chicken.
Wow, look. Emperor's Millennium Falcon.
He's bad.
Yeah. Luke must be feeling so nostalgic.
Yeah.
R2-D2.
Yeah.
R2? I know.
Oh.
Sacred Island, watch the language.
It activates as soon as you watch him.
Friend, I wish I could make you understand. I'm not coming back. Nothing can make me change my mind.
No.
Years ago, you served my father in the Clone War. Now he begs you to help him in his struggle against the Empire. I regret that I am unable to present my father's request
That
to
was
you.
a cheap move.
Most desperate hour. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Oh my god, that footage is so old.
Tomorrow, at dawn, 3 lessons.
Oh.
I will teach you the ways of the Jedi. Why they need to end.
He accepted.
Yeah.
General Organa, Leia, unconscious but recovering.
This famous from Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
400 of us. 3 ships. For the
Wow.
very last of the Resistance.
but we're not alone.
I remember she's a huge fan of Star Wars. Wow. This is like her dream.
We are the spark that will light the fire that will restore the Republic. That spark, this resistance, must survive. That is our mission. Now to your station, and may the Force be with us.
Oh. May the Force be with you.
That's Admiral Holdo? Battle of Chiron Belt, Admiral Holdo? Not what I expected.
So silly.
Oh my gosh, when we watched this man in Dune, he looks so different.
Yeah, he's the father in Dune.
Yeah.
He's run away. Oh, from the opening. Her people.
What are you doing here?
Hey,
Finn!
Finn.
Sorry. I work behind pipes all day. I'm Rose.
Breathe. Yeah, look at the Force be with you.
You too. But you are a hero. You left the First Order and what you did. When we heard about it, you're a real hero. Know right from wrong and don't run away when it gets hard, she said. You know, I've had to stun 3 people trying to jump ship and this.
What?
They were running away.
Disgraceful.
I know.
Anyway,
What were you doing? The escape pod. By boarding one. With a packed bag. My sister just died, protecting the fleet. And you were running away.
Sorry.
We can jump to light speed.
Track us through light speed.
They can track us through light speed?
Yeah.
Hyperspace tracking is new tech, but the principle must be the same as any active tracker. They're only
tracking
tracking us from the lead ship.
The talking is so synchronized.
Pull up from the main bridge.
No, I mean, yes, but every
Dedicated power breaker. But who knows where the breaker room is on a Star Destroyer?
The guy that used to mop it. If I can get us there.
Can't shut their tracker down.
Oh, we gotta do this. Save the fleet and it'll save Ray.
If I must be the sole voice of reason, Holdo will never agree to this plan.
You're right, 3PO. It's a need-to-know plan, and she doesn't.
They need help from her.
You'll find him with a red plum bloom on his lap, rolling at a high-stakes table in the casino on Canto Bight.
Oh, there's a casino.
Find the master code breaker.
I'm the master code breaker. They can sense each other.
What? How's that possible?
Oh.
You'll bring Luke Skywalker to me. They're not doing this. The effort would kill you. Can you see my surroundings?
You're gonna pay for what you did.
Can't see yours.
What?
Just you.
Only Rey can see?
Oh.
She's so powerful. Wow. Her force is so strong.
Luke?
What's that about?
That people look so real. GI or costume?
Let's get started.
Who are those things?
I think there's a child wearing a mask, right? Yeah, looks so real, their movement.
They were built.
I don't think they like me.
Can imagine why.
The motion when they're moving their hands. What is her first training? Wow. The Jedi logo.
Master Skywalker, I need you to bring the Jedi back because Kylo Ren is strong with the dark side of the Force.
What do you know about the Force?
It's a power that Jedi have that lets them control people, make things float.
Every word in that sentence was wrong. Lesson 1. Sit here, legs crossed. The Force is not a power you have. It's not about lifting rocks. The energy between all things, that balance, that binds the universe together.
Okay, what is it?
Close your eyes. Breathe. Now. Reach out.
I feel something.
You feel it?
Yes, I feel it.
Force.
Really?
Wow, it must be really strong
Oh,
of
I've
you.
never felt any. Ow! You meant reach out, like. I'll try again.
Breathe. Breathe. Reach out with your feelings. What do you see?
The island. Life. Death and decay that feeds new life. Warmth. Cold. Peace. Violence.
In between it all.
Balance. Energy. A force.
And inside you.
Inside me. That same force.
And this is the lesson. That force does not belong to the Jedi. To say that if the Jedi die, the light dies is Ben, and to heal that.
There's something else beneath the island.
The dark side?
Dark place.
Balance. Powerful light, powerful darkness. It's cold.
Wow.
It's calling me.
Resist it, Rey. Rey!
You went straight to the dark.
That place was trying to show me something.
It offered something you needed, and you didn't even try to stop yourself.
But I didn't see you. Nothing from you. You've closed yourself off from the Force.
My God.
Seen this raw strength only once before, and then Solo. It didn't scare me enough then. It does now.
It's like Bran also see the dark side. At least you can also be possessed, become a dark side.
Yeah. The Force can be so vulnerable.
Yeah.
Why is the Force connecting us?
Murderous snake! You're too late. You lost. I found Skywalker.
Did he tell you what happened? The night I destroyed his temple. Did he tell you why?
I know everything I need to know about you.
You do? You do. You have that look in your eye in the forest. And you called me a monster.
You are a monster.
See, he looks like a dark side. The way he talks.
Yes, I am.
Oh, there's a water?
We get in, we find this code breaker.
Canto Bite?
With the worst people.
Oh my gosh. The worst place?
Oh, it's like we see the new side of Star Wars. There's a casino. So far we see there's two new characters, Laura Dern and that Chinese woman.
Yeah.
I think they play a critical role in here.
Are they going to sacrifice?
Oh my God, it's too soon to say. Wow.
Wow, that is a big casino.
This is not like a Star Wars movie. They all look so fancy.
Yeah.
It's a hologram boss.
Let's bomb him.
Oh, so cool.
Find him and get out of here.
Where can we find the code breaker?
Yeah, the CGI looks so real. Yeah, so impressive.
Bob ears. Never seen a real one.
Oh, this is a competition? Wow. It's so different, the direction from Rian Johnson. The director also directed Knives Out, right? Yeah.
Red Plum Bloom.
Oh.
Red Plum Bloom.
The Master Code Breaker.
Oh. Yeah, use lightsaber. Why use that?
Yeah.
Wow. Looks like she did her own stunt. So cool.
Lightsaber training.
Yeah. The saber sound. Wow. It's second time she do that.
And two, now that they're extinct.
Oh, that's the one complete?
If you strip away the myth and look at their deeds, the legacy of the Jedi is failure.
That's not true.
It was a Jedi Master who was responsible for the training and creation of Darth Vader.
And a Jedi who saved him. You believed that he wasn't gone, that he could be turned.
I became a legend. For many years there was balance. And then I saw Ben, my nephew, that mighty Skywalker blood. In my hubris, pass on my strength. Han about it, but Leia trusted me with her son. I took him, a dozen students, and began a training temple.
Look at the sunset. Yeah, shine them.
I went to confront him, and he turned on me. He must have thought I was dead. When I came to, the temple was burning. He had vanished with a handful of my students and slaughtered the rest. Leia blamed Snoke, but it was me. I failed because I was Luke Skywalker, Jedi Master, a legend.
The galaxy may need a legend. I need someone to show me my place in all this.
This is like a surprise.
You didn't fail Kylo. Kylo failed you. I won't.
I can direct.
Huh?
What?
Sorry, I couldn't help but overhear all this stuff really loudly. Trying to sleep.
Oh my god, the actor seemed like he was in
The usual suspect, right?
Yeah.
Benicio del Toro, right?
What was his name?
Benicio del Toro. I remember he's a villain.
Yeah.
He take benefits from them. Oh, just like that?
Did he just...
Yeah. Gotta get out of here. This way.
Oh.
Did you do this?
Hey, hands up! Hands up!
Yeah, man.
Oh, BB-8 can do all of that?
What's your story, Roundy?
They saw a new side of BB-8.
BB-8 is now rival.
They want to get out.
Yeah.
They want to be free.
We're with the resistance.
The Jedi. Oh. Oh, this guy using that. Oh, this is so fun.
Oh, is this Star Wars movie?
Wow. Oh. Oh.
Let the herd go. Stick with the pups. Where'd they go? I think we lost him.
Oh. They free. Yay.
Now it's worth it.
Oh.
Explain that thing.
Oh.
Didn't need a left.
That's sneaky. I think this is the most different Star Wars that we see from previous one.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
I'd rather not do this now.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, when they connect.
Do you have something you can put on?
She's distracted.
Why did you hate your father? Give me an honest answer. You had a father who loved you. He gave a about you.
I didn't hate him.
Then why?
Why what? Say it.
You don't understand.
No. Your parents threw you away like garbage.
They didn't.
They did. But you can't stop needing them. It's your greatest weakness. Looking for them everywhere. In Han Solo, now in Skywalker. Did he tell you what happened that night?
Yes.
No. He had sensed my power, as he senses yours, and he feared it.
Oh my god. Oh, so that's why.
Let the past die. Kill it, if you have to. That's the only way to become what you were meant to be.
There's the twists and turns. What is this place? So curious. Oh. Oh, so cool. Lots of layers. Oh.
I should have felt trapped or panicked, but I didn't. It didn't go on forever. I knew it was leading somewhere, and at the end it would show me what I came to see.
So weird.
Let me see them. My parents. Please. Thought I'd find answers here. I was wrong. I'd never felt so alone.
You're not alone.
Neither are you. It isn't too late.
I think they become trust each other. Oh. There's a balance. Light and darkness. Oh.
Is it true?
Leave this island now.
Stop! Stop!
Oh.
Did you do it? Did you create Kylo Ren?
Oh. My god, it became so dark. Oh. Oh. The dark side of Rey.
I saw darkness, and I looked inside. It was beyond what I ever imagined. Snoke had already turned his heart.
could stop it.
Passed like a fleeting shadow. I was left with shame and with consequence. And the last thing I saw, the eyes of a frightened boy whose master had failed him.
Petty was no mistake. He shouldn't do that.
Failed him by thinking his choice was made. There's still conflict in him.
This is not going to go the way you think.
It is. When we touched hands, I saw his future.
Oh.
As solid as I'm seeing you. If I go to him, Ben Solo will turn.
Ray, don't do this.
He's our last hope.
Wow. I felt so speechless. The story is so engaging. Yoda!
Master Yoda. Young Skywalker.
Yoda is back!
I'm ending all of this. The tree, the tech.
Skywalker, missed you have arrived.
Oh my god.
So it is time for the Jedi Order to end.
Time it is.
Oh, that's why I call The Last Jedi. The officially The Last Jedi. Yeah.
Skywalker, still looking to the horizon. Never here. Not a need in front of your nose.
I was weak.
This always a doubt in Skywalker blood.
Ben Solo, you did lose Rey. We must not.
There's always a hesitant moment. Yeah.
Need to be passed on what you have learned. Failure, most of all. The greatest teacher. Failure is. Luke, we are what they grow beyond. That is the true burden of all masters.
The shot looking so cinematic. Yeah. Oh, the ship design. It's like that.
Hold on! Captain Flyboy.
Are you fueling up the transports?
What's going on?
We're abandoning ship. That's what you brought us to. Coward! No, you are not just a coward or a traitor.
Get this man off my bridge.
He's gone way too far. Oh, they're leaving. Oh, Luke's not coming. Is he going on? Oh. He just go inside like that. Yeah. Oh.
So a stormtrooper and a who now?
They are trying to save us.
You have bet the survival of the resistance all at risk?
Yeah, I was afraid you'd say that. Vice Admiral.
I hope you understand what you're doing.
Going to the bridge. They moved on them.
The rebel. Oh, the black BB-8.
Almost there.
You don't have to do this.
You mean again?
We'll turn. I'll help you. I swear.
I saw something too. Because of what I saw, when the moment comes, you'll be the one to turn. You'll stand with me, right? I saw who your parents are.
Oh.
Well done. My faith in you is restored. Young Rey, welcome.
AC and smelt. Best conductor.
Give her back.
You're welcome.
Seal that door!
Running out of time.
Oh my god.
3PO,
It would be quite against my program and partly to a mutiny. Hey! Not correct protocol.
Ben!
Now or never. Now. You're up.
Oh my gosh.
You there, hands up! Rebel scum! Get down!
Oh.
FN-217. So good to have you back.
This girl is bad. Oh.
Leia.
That one's a troublemaker. I like him. Me too. For the transports to escape, someone needs to stay behind and pilot the cruiser.
Too many losses. I can't take anymore.
Sure you can. You taught me how.
May the force be.
Oh.
You go, I've said it enough.
May the force be with you.
Oh my gosh, she sacrificed
sacrifice? Yeah, so emotional. And Leia finally wakes up.
Come closer, child. So much strength. Darkness rises and light meet it. Closer, I said.
You underestimate Skywalker and Ben Solo and me. It will be your downfall.
Young fool, it was I who bridged your mind. I stoked Ren's conflicted soul. Knew he was not strong enough to hide it from you. And you were not wise enough to resist the bait. Now, Skywalker, I will kill you with the cruelest stroke. No. Yes. No! Me, everything.
Oh my god.
No. Oh. She was more interested in protecting the light than she was seeming like a hero.
Godspeed, rebels.
There's lots of stormtroopers.
Well done, Phasma.
Your ship and payment, as we agreed.
You lying snake.
Oh my god.
I cut a deal. Wait, cut a deal with what?
Fire at will.
No, you can't.
Oh.
Admiral, we're taking fire.
Full speed to planet Fall. Full speed.
Oh my god.
After the rebels are gone, we will go to his planet, obliterate the entire island. Spunk, look here now. The entire resistance. Soon they will all be gone. All is lost. Oh, you have the spirit of a true Jedi. Because of that, you must die. My worthy apprentice, Lord Vader, complete your training and fulfill destiny.
Oh my god.
I know what I have to do.
You think you can turn him? Pathetic child. I cannot be beaten. See his mind, every intent. Yes. Strike true. Now, foolish child, he ignites it and kills his true enemy.
Come on, give it full thrusters, full speed!
I am, sir.
You murder him!
Take it easy, Pico. Just business. You're wrong. Maybe.
That place is on fire.
Fleet! Order them to stop firing. There's still time to save the fleet. Ben?
It's time to let old things die. Snoke, Skywalker, the Sith, Jedi, the rebels, let it all die. Rey, I want you to join me. We can rule together and bring a new order to the galaxy.
Don't do this, Ben. Please don't go this way.
No, you're still holding on! Let go! You know the truth about your parents? Or have you always known? You've just hidden it away. You know the truth. Say it.
They were nobody.
They're filthy junk traders who sold you off for drinking money. The dead, in a pauper's grave in the Jakku desert. You have no place in this story. You come from nothing. You're nothing. But not to me. join me?
Wow, what's he doing? Yeah.
Execution by blaster is too good for them. Let's make this hurt. On my command.
She's running away.
No, she isn't.
Oh. Fire on that cruiser!
Oh, so cinematic. Oh my god, is he going to light speed? Oh. My mouth's still open. She sacrificed. Oh. Oh, it's going to be hard fight. Oh, BB-8! What a surprise! Yeah.
You're a bug in the system.
Let's go, Chrome Dome. Come on!
Oh.
Hey.
Oh.
You are always scum.
Rebel scum.
Oh. Yeah, let's get out. Yeah. No, it's that. Yeah.
What? The girl murdered Snoke.
General Hux wants to kill him? Do you see that?
Snoke's escape craft.
We know where she's going. Get all our forces down to that resistance base. Let's finish this.
Finish this? Who do you think you're talking to? You presume to command my army. Our supreme leader is dead. No ruler.
Supreme Leader is dead.
Long live the Supreme Leader.
He talks so much.
They're coming. Shut the door.
Oh, the animals is in crystal. Nice. What?
Is this all that's left?
We have allies. People believe in Leia. They'll get our message, but we have to buy time. We gotta take out that cannon.
The music is so good. Yeah. Oh, ready for final battle. Wow. He's so brave.
Salt.
Why is it in red color? Yeah. Oh.
Hey, engage your monoscape.
Alright, listen up.
Oh,
I don't like
perfect
these
shot.
buckets, and I don't like our odds. What the hell? Keep it tight. Don't get drawn in too close till they roll that cannon out front.
Oh.
Alright, ground forces, lay down some fire.
13 incoming light craft.
The resistance is in that mine. Push through.
Fighters, break off!
Oh, man, Falcon! Chewie! Oh, Rey! Oh!
Blow that piece of junk out of the sky!
All fighters!
Chewie, peel off from the battle. Draw them away from the speeders.
We drew them off! right down the throat. This is our chance. Apply power on those speeders.
Concentrate all fire on the speeders!
He only repeat his word.
All craft, pull away! No, I'm almost there. Retreat, Finn. That's an order.
It's too late. Don't do this.
No, I won't let them win.
Listen to Paul. We have to retreat.
It's getting hotter.
You're almost there. Why would you stop me?
I saved you. Tell me, that's how we're gonna win. Not fighting what we hate, saving what we love.
General Hux, advance. No quarter, no prisoners.
Did he kiss him? What about Ray? Is there a love triangle going on?
Fought to the end.
Oh yeah, bro, but look. Yeah, where is Luke? Show up, Luke.
We've lost all its hope. The spark is out.
It must be Luke.
Luke.
Oh. Oh my
I
god.
know what you're gonna say.
It's been a long time. Yeah.
I changed my hair.
Nice that way. Leia, I'm sorry.
I know you are.
Their son.
I'm just glad you're here.
They're brother and sister. Oh yeah. They are twin. Oh yeah.
I can't save him.
I held out hope for so long. I know my son's gone.
No one's ever really gone.
There's always a hope. Oh my god, so nostalgia.
Master Luke.
Oh, there's a hope right now because Luke is helping. Yeah. Well, in the Force Awakens, there's no Jedi helping. Only Han. But now there's Luke. Yeah. The Master of Jedi. This comes out now. Yeah.
Stop.
Oh my god, you're getting goosebumps. Wow.
I want every gun we have to fire on that man. Do it.
Oh.
More!
He's not there.
That's enough.
That's enough!
Do you think you got him? Now, if we're ready to get moving, we can finish this. Sir?
Oh, he's a ghost. How can he do that?
Bring me down to him.
Supreme Leader, don't get distracted. Our goal... Right away, sir.
Med back!
He's doing like that, so cool. Yeah. Time to face again. Luke and Ben Solo.
It's Kylo Ren. We should help him. Let's go.
No, wait. You come back to say you forgive me, to save my soul.
No.
We have to help him. We have to fight. You are the spark that'll light the fire that'll burn the First Order down. Skywalker's doing this so we can survive.
Where'd the crystal critters go?
Follow the animals.
Follow me.
What are you looking at me for? Follow him.
Oh.
I see them. Chewie, there.
No.
Only small holes. Yeah.
No!
Oh.
Lifting rocks.
Time to use her force. Yeah.
I failed you, Ben. I'm sorry. I'm sure you are. War is over. When I killed you, I will have killed the last Jedi.
The Last Jedi.
Every word of what you just said was wrong. The rebellion is reborn today. The war is just beginning, and I will not be the last Jedi.
Oh! Rey is the last Jedi! Wow!
I'll destroy her and you and all of it.
No. Strike me down in anger and I'll always be with you. Just like your father.
Oh! He's a ghost!
See you around, kid.
Oh! He's gone. Oh, she's the last Jedi. Yeah. It felt so epic! Yeah!
Looks good.
Hi.
Hi.
Poe.
Rey.
I know.
Love triangle! Right?
Luke is gone.
He's gone. Yeah.
It wasn't sadness or pain, it was peace and purpose.
I felt it too.
How do we build a rebellion from this?
We have everything we need.
Oh.
Shik Malnok, Sagmalchi. Belandush, Goskens Kilishke. Each wonder, Luke Skywalker, Jedi Master.
What is this? Oh! Another Jedi? Wow! There you guys! Oh, that's the episode of Star Wars. So epic! It felt so satisfied with the ending. Turns out Rey is the last Jedi. It's time to say goodbye to Han and Luke. Luke Skywalker is gone. Yeah, this should make them still alive. Yeah, I think this is what it's about, the controversy. But we still enjoy it. Yeah. From the action, music, and the visual, it's all felt so worth it. Only one left, Leia. Yeah. We are gonna see her in the last Star Wars, which is The Rise of Skywalker, episode 9. Wow. We are so excited. See you in there. If you enjoyed the reaction, please give a like button, guys, and click the subscribe button. Be sure to turn the notification bell, guys, to catch up with this movie reaction. You guys can recommend movie like this, yeah, action, sci-fi, space movie, so good. I'll see you guys next reaction. This is me, Jimmy, movie reaction. See you in The Rise of Skywalker. Wow.